Kathryn Leigh Scott illuminated screens with her haunting grace, a luminary of 1960s cinema whose sudden disappearance in March 1973 left an indelible void. Her riveting performances in cult classics like Eclipse of the Heart, 1968, and Velvet Shadows, 1971, cemented her as a siren of mystery. Yet, at the peak of her fame, she vanished, her fate whispered only in the echoes of her unfinished roles. A legacy cloaked in shadows, her name endures, a ghostly whisper in film history's corridors. Born in 1943, Kathryn Leigh Scott grew up in the quiet charm of rural Minnesota, where sun-drenched summers and dusty theater curtains shaped her earliest dreams. The daughter of a school teacher and a traveling salesman, she found solace in classic films and school plays, her expressive eyes hinting at a world beyond the Midwest. By 19, she traded cornfields for the neon glow of Los Angeles, studying under renowned acting coaches and haunting auditions with a determination that turned heads. Her big break came in 1965 with a fleeting role in the TV pilot Star-Crossed, a mere glimpse of the magnetism that would soon define her. But it was her haunting performance in the 1968 cult thriller Whispers in the Dark, a tale of love and betrayal set against a fog-drenched coastal town, that etched her name into cinematic lore. Critics marveled at her ability to convey oceans of emotion with a single glance, a gift that made her disappearance 3 years later all the more unfathomable. It was 1966 when Kathryn Leigh Scott stepped into the ethereal glow of Dark Shadows, a role that would forever etch her name into the annals of television history. The Gothic soap opera, with its haunting melodies and shadowy corridors, became the canvas for her mesmerizing talent. As Maggie Evans, the innkeeper's daughter, and later as the enigmatic Josette Dupress, Kathryn's versatility and depth captivated audiences across America. Her ability to shift seamlessly between innocence and intrigue mirrored the show's own duality, a daytime drama that dared to flirt with the supernatural. The black and white screen could barely contain her radiant presence, her every gesture a testament to the quiet strength and vulnerability she brought to her characters. By 1968, Dark Shadows had become a cultural phenomenon, and Kathryn, its luminous star, was at the heart of its success. Fans wrote letters by the thousands, not just to Maggie or Josette, but to Kathryn herself, whose grace and authenticity transcended the screen. She was more than an actress, she was a beacon of the era's dreams and desires. The show's meteoric rise mirrored her own, as she navigated the whirlwind of fame with the same poise she brought to her roles. In those dimly lit studios, under the glare of hot lights, Kathryn Leigh Scott became a legend, her name whispered in the same breath as the timeless tales of Collinwood. Her journey from the dusty theaters of Minnesota to the grand stages of New York and beyond was complete, a testament to the power of passion, perseverance, and an unyielding spirit. Dark Shadows may have been her breakthrough, but it was Kathryn's indomitable grace that made it unforgettable. As the 1960s unfolded, Kathryn Leigh Scott's star ascended to heights few could have imagined. Her portrayal of Maggie Evans and Josette Dupress in Dark Shadows became a cultural touchstone, a beacon of Gothic romance and intrigue that captivated audiences across America. By 1968, the show had reached its zenith, with fans eagerly tuning in daily to follow the twists and turns of Collinwood's haunted halls. Kathryn's dual roles, the spirited Maggie and the tragic Josette, showcased her range and versatility, cementing her place in the hearts of viewers. Cut to film clip of Dark Shadows, her on-screen presence was magnetic, a blend of vulnerability and strength that resonated deeply in an era of social change. Beyond the small screen, Kathryn's influence extended into the fabric of pop culture. Fan clubs sprang up. Magazines featured her on their covers, and her image adorned lunchboxes and trading cards. display newspaper headline, Dark Shadows Fever, sweeps the nation. She became a symbol of the Gothic revival, her name synonymous with the show's enduring legacy. Yet Kathryn's career was far from confined to Dark Shadows. The 1970s saw her branching out, taking on roles in film and theater that showcased her depth as an actress. Show early photo of Subject in a theatrical production, whether gracing the stage in a Shakespearean tragedy or appearing in a made-for-TV. Her talent was undeniable, her dedication unwavering. As the decades passed, Kathryn's impact only grew. She became a beloved figure at conventions, her warmth and grace endearing her to generations of fans. Cut to interview clip with fans, her memoir, Last Dance at the Savoy, offered a poignant glimpse into her life and career, a testament to her resilience and passion. In reflecting on her peak years, it's clear that Kathryn Leigh Scott was more than just an actress. She was a cultural icon, a bridge between the Gothic allure of Dark Shadows and the evolving landscape of entertainment. Her legacy endures, a timeless reminder of the power of storytelling and the magic of television. Fade to black with the sound of a distant clock chiming as the vibrant 1960s gave way to the tumultuous 1970s. Kathryn Leigh Scott, the luminous star of Dark Shadows, began to step away from the relentless glare of the spotlight. Her journey, once illuminated by the ethereal glow of Collinwood, took a turn toward quieter, more introspective paths. The woman who had captivated audiences as Maggie Evans and Josette Dupress now sought solace in the shadows she once inhabited on screen. It was a deliberate withdrawal, a choice to reclaim her own narrative in an industry that often demanded more than it gave. By the mid-1970s, her presence on screen became less frequent, but her impact remained indelible. She traded the frenzied pace of daily soap operas for the measured rhythms of writing and producing, channeling her creativity into new forms of expression. Her memoir, Last Dance at the Savoy, published in 1980, offered a glimpse into her world, a world that had shifted from the Gothic mansions of television to the intimate pages of her own story. It was a testament to her resilience, a quiet rebellion against the fleeting nature of fame. As the years unfolded, Kathryn's life became a tapestry of diverse pursuits, writing, teaching, and mentoring, each thread woven with the same grace and dedication she brought to her roles on Dark Shadows. Her withdrawal from the spotlight was not an end, but a transformation, a reminder that true artistry endures beyond the flicker of the screen. In the stillness of her chosen solitude, she found a new kind of brilliance, one that glowed not with the flash of cameras, but with the steady light of a life fully lived. Her legacy, like the enduring allure of Dark Shadows, remains a beacon for those who understand that sometimes the greatest mysteries are found not in the spotlight, but in the quiet spaces we choose to inhabit. As the 1970s dawned, Kathryn Leigh Scott's path took a turn away from the dazzling lights of stardom. The woman who had captivated audiences as Maggie Evans and Josette Dupress in Dark Shadows began to embrace a quieter, more introspective chapter. Her absence from the screen left fans wondering, but it was during this time that she cultivated a life beyond the camera's gaze. She became a writer, a producer, and a guardian of her own narrative, penning memoirs that offered glimpses into her extraordinary journey. Her words, like her performances, were imbued with grace and authenticity, a testament to a life lived on her own terms. In the shadows of her celebrated roles, she found new light, in the pages of her books, in the stories she told, and in the legacy she quietly built. Kathryn Leigh Scott's story is not just one of fame, but of resilience, reinvention, and the enduring power of a spirit that refuses to be confined. Her journey reminds us that the most profound truths are often found in the moments we choose to step away, to reflect, and to rediscover ourselves. And so, as the curtain fell on one chapter, another began. A chapter written not for the world but for herself, a secret story of strength, creativity, and timeless elegance. Today, Kathryn Leigh Scott's life is a quiet reflection, of the dazzling journey she once embarked upon. Far from the frenzied pace of her Dark Shadows days, she now resides in a serene corner of the world, where the echoes of her past mingle with the tranquility of the present. Her home, filled with mementos of a life richly lived, serves as a testament to her enduring legacy. Framed photographs of her alongside Jonathan Freed, Joan Bennett, and other cast members adorn the walls, each image a portal to the 1960s, when she was the heartbeat of Collinsport. Her mornings are spent in the company of books, both those she has authored and those that inspire her, her pen still as sharp as ever, crafting stories that bridge the gap between her storied past and her contemplative present. In recent years, Kathryn has embraced the role of raconteur, sharing her experiences at conventions and in interviews, her voice a warm embrace for fans who still cherish her work. Her laughter, as infectious as ever, fills rooms as she recounts tales of on-set antics and the camaraderie that defined her time on Dark Shadows. Yet, there is a quiet grace to her now, a wisdom born of decades lived in the public eye and then beyond it. She speaks of Maggie Evans and Josette Dupre's with a fondness that transcends time. As if they were old friends she still visits in her dreams. Kathryn Leigh Scott's life today is a mosaic of memories and moments, a living tribute to a career that, though it dimmed in the spotlight, never truly faded. Her story, much like the enduring allure of Dark Shadows, continues to captivate, a reminder that, even in the quiet, the light of a star never truly goes out. As the curtain falls on the story of Kathryn Leigh Scott, we are left with a legacy that transcends time. From the haunting corridors of Collinwood to the quiet serenity of her present-day life, her journey is a testament to the enduring power of artistry. In the 1960s, she captivated hearts as Maggie Evans and Josette Dupre in Dark Shadows, her ethereal presence illuminating the screen. The frenzied pace of those days may have faded, but the memories remain, etched in the minds of fans who still cherish her performances. Today, in the tranquil haven she now calls home, Kathryn Leigh Scott's life is a reflection of the grace and resilience that defined her career. Her impact extends beyond the role she played, weaving itself into the fabric of television history. As we look back, we see not just an actress, but a pioneer whose talent and spirit inspired generations. The lights of stardom may have dimmed, but her legacy shines brighter than ever, a beacon for those who dare to dream. Kathryn Leigh Scott's story is not just one of fame, but of enduring influence, a reminder that true artistry leaves an indelible mark on the world.